this lesson we are going to focus on how to perform a delete query. Please note, if you're going to perform any form of action query, you will need to come and enable the content, okay? And that will allow you to actually run the query without any problems. We are going to delete the second student present in the database. Before you perform a delete query, we normally encourage that you look at the relationship present for the database and establish which table is primary and which is secondary, because this has bearing on how you actually execute your delete query. Now, we're going to view the relationship for this database. I'm going to click on Database Tool, Relationships. Now, in this database, we have two tables, students and fees. The question now is, which is primary and which is secondary? If you look carefully, a student must be entered in the students table before that student can be allowed to make payments on their school fee. Let's look at a real world scenario. A student must be a member of the school before he or she can actually make payments on their school fees for that school. So that is pretty much what we are seeing here. So in this case, students table will be the primary table and fees table will be the secondary table. When you're making the deletion, you must make it from the primary table. When the deletion is made from the primary table, the secondary table or tables connected to it will also be affected. What do I mean by this? For argument's sake, if I'm deleting a student from the students table, that student should also be deleted from the fees table. And if I had another table probably called classes, that student should also be deleted from classes. So let's move to performing the delete query. Our next step is to open the students table. And we want to look and see which student is the second student, because that is what we are going to do. For this lesson, we are going to delete the second student. So I look carefully. The second student is John Brown. The next thing to do is to place this table in design view and locate the key field. The key field for the primary table is student ID. So that field should be inserted to perform the delete query. If we should also look in fees, John Brown made 2 payments on his school fees. So when the delete query is performed, John should be removed from the students table and the fees table. So no payments should be reflected for John in the fees table, and he should also not be present in the students table. So let's go to create the delete query. Click on create, query design. I'm going to add the affected table, in this case under the primary table, and I close. Which field am I adding? Student ID. Now, who am I deleting? I'm deleting John, and John's data is STU004. That is John's ID number. Now, the next step is to indicate that we are going to perform a delete query and not a regular select query. So you're going to go up to query type and select delete. Next step, run the query. You will be notified that you're going to delete one row. You're going to click yes. And of course, for the save this as delete student. That's it. Query is performed. We are now going to check the accuracy of the query. If I open the students table, John is not there. STU004 is not present in any record on the student ID. That means the student was successfully deleted from the students table. Now let us go and check the fees table and see if that is the same. Bingo! John is no longer present in the fees table. If you look carefully on the student ID, John is not there for fee payments in any of the payments that are reflected. That means the delete query was successfully performed. That's the end of the lesson. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments below.